Hello everybody, this is Mr. L with another how-to video. This time around we're going to play the game King's Corners. It's a solitaire game, but you can play with other folks. I'll explain that in just a minute. You need a deck of cards with 52 cards. If you have a second deck of cards, you need to pull out 12 cards. 4 kings, 4 queens, and 4 jacks. The kings will go in the corner, which is the name of the game, King's Corners. You have 2 queens on top, 2 queens on bottom, 2 jacks on the left side, 2 jacks on the right side, and enough space for 4 cards in the middle. Okay, so I am going to flip over 1 card at a time, and if it's a jack, I can cover a jack. If it's a queen, I can cover a queen. If it's a king, I can cover the king. And if you cover all 12 cards, the game is over. Okay, but that is much easier said than done, and this is why. We'll explain as we go. If out of the first 4 cards, if none of them are a picture card, I would put it in the middle. You don't want to put cards on top of the picture cards if you don't have to. Okay, you can only put 1 card here, 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 and here. That's it. Can't put 2 or 3 cards on any of these piles. You can only put 1 card on top of the picture cards. That's it. You cannot take 2 or more. Just 1 card and put it on top of the picture cards, okay, if you have to. So in this situation, I have to because there's no place for me to put a card. So I can put this anywhere I like. If it's a picture card, you put it face down. If it's other than a picture card, you put it face up. Okay, so that's a queen. So now that's face down. So what you want is 12 cards face down. Okay, now I did that because now I have 2 jacks, 2 queens, and 2 kings to play with. I'm going to cover up jack, king, queen. So now I have 1 of each. Cover that, cover that, cover that. Now here's where we get some help. If you have a 10 on your table, you can take it off, which will expose one of your picture cards. If you have 2 cards that add up to 10, you can pull those off the table, and that will expose your cards. Okay, so I've got a 6 and a 4, so now that exposes a jack and a king. I am going to do a 9 and a 1. Exposes a couple more cards. We've got another 9 and 1. We want to expose the picture cards. That is very important. 7, I need a 3. 4, I need a 6. There we go. 2, I need an 8. There we go. Alright, so I need a 3, I need a 6, I need a 1, I need a 3, I need a 1. Okay, so when I play, I can put one here, here, or on top of one of the picture cards. Okay, king, cover up, 10, 2. Alright, so now I have 4 jacks, 2 queens, and a king. So I'm going to cover up the jacks because we have all 4 of those. Okay, now I'm going to cover up the queen. Alright, so now I have 2 jacks, a queen, and a king. Now I have 1 of each. Alright, I'm going to cover the jack, cover the queen, cover the king. So again, we're going to pull off the 10 or anything that adds to a 10. So I have 7 and a 3. Very nice. I have a 5 and a 5. Nice. A 4 and a 6, which is good. I have a 1 and a 9, which is good. Let me see, I have a, let's go this way, 8 and 2. Alright, so I need a 2, an ace, or a 3. Can't do it. So now I got to put one here, 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 or on top of one of the picture cards. Queen goes on top. 2, 3. Okay, so now I've got 3 jacks, 2 queen, 3 jacks, 3 kings, and a queen. kings, I'm sorry. Jack. Another jack. Wow. Another jack. Oh, and now the game is over, and here's why. Because I covered up this jack with this jack. I covered up this jack with this jack. I covered up this jack with this jack, but I had the 8 covering. Now you can say, ooh, I can take the 8 and the 2. You have to play all of the cards and then pull up the 10s. Okay, so since I was right in the middle of a hand, I couldn't do that. I had to simply play the cards. And since the card I had to play was a jack, I couldn't do that because the 8 was covering it. So that is why it's much harder to do than you think. Even though there's only 12 cards, you might be covering up your 12 cards with numbers that you can't reveal. So it's a great game. It's a fun game. It's very easy to learn. It's very easy to play, but it's very hard to win. If you're on your own and you don't have anybody else around you, you can just simply play and see how you do and play until you win. But I tell you, it is hard to win. And if you are playing with another friend of yours, you can do this. You can add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 points. These you don't have to worry about. These are the 5 that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you did not cover, but you covered 7 of the 12, so you would get 7 points. So you could take a piece of paper and a pencil, write down 7 points, give it to your opponent, and you can play up to, let's say, 100. So that's really all you need. A couple decks of cards, piece of paper, pencil, and you're good to go. So thanks for your time, and I appreciate you watching this. Have a good one. On to my next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.